In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends creating a buzz here in China. On today's show, we'll discuss Chinese people investing in American real estate. Chinese buyers have shown they can be big buyers when they travel abroad. Their purchases of luxury goods and real estate were especially noticeable. Investment groups are looking to cash in on the trend by finding Chinese investors. 2013 was a hot year for getting capital from these Chinese investors. Housing prices are still going up in China, but people want to diversify their portfolios. They want a house abroad too. Chinese investors were looking to get a piece of the foreign real estate market in 2013. Data showed that from March 2012 to March 2013, over $12 billion were invested in American houses. This accounted for 18% of foreign house purchases in America. This made Chinese people the second largest foreign buyers of American houses. They came behind Canada. A reason why people in China are looking to buy in America is they don't feel like the houses in China are worth their high prices. The typical house in China is very small compared to one in America of the same price. They're also scared of a potential real estate bubble. Analysts from Rhodium Group explained that China's real estate market appears less stable than those abroad. Like in America, the market in large cities like New York just seem like better buys. That's one of the main reasons why Chinese consumers are flocking to the overseas markets. The Rhodium Group analysts also said the potential return on investment in America's real estate market is much higher than in other areas around the world. Chinese media released that in New York City, a house in an area of 3,000 square feet could be bought for $500,000 US. In first-tier cities like Beijing and Shanghai, the house is much smaller. Vacancy rates for American commercial property have gone down. This has also led to more stable rent. Some are saying that this is a good sign that the American economy is gradually recovering. According to data from the Wall Street Journal, in 2004, the amount of overseas mergers and acquisitions by Chinese businesses have continued to rise. At the end of 2013, the number reached 238. There are about $24 billion US involved in these deals. Some Chinese net users have expressed their thoughts about Chinese people and their ability to consume. A few of them hold the view that most of the house buyers are just government officials. One net user said, quote, "The soaring investment in the overseas real estate market is a signal to the Chinese government to examine the sources of the money. To ordinary Chinese people, it's not possible to invest in the overseas real estate market. I guess the investors mainly include some Chinese government officials. It's usual for them to transfer their corrupt money out of China." Some other net users also mentioned China's restrictive policies on house buying. Some hold the view this policy also contributes to soaring investment in the overseas real estate market. One net user wrote, quote, "The limit on purchasing houses was originally aimed at cooling down China's real estate market. But the Chinese government might not have predicted this policy would push Chinese consumers to invest in the American real estate market in the end. The American government should say thank you for China's policy. But in China, this policy apparently didn't work out too well at cooling down the price of houses, and it did improve the real estate market." Other net users also noted that crazy high house prices are the main factor in pushing Chinese consumers to buy houses in America. One wrote, quote, "Everyone knows that house prices in China are still rising now. Even though the government carried out its limit on houses to slow the house prices, it didn't work. Instead, it pushed up the house prices as a result. Buying houses in America seems more economical than in China." Some net users also pointed out that many Chinese people actually followed suit and bought houses in America. One net user wrote, quote, "Some American media sources said that Chinese people investing in the American real estate market are smart. A number of Chinese investors would believe they are. It's a really funny story. I don't believe that those American people would think those Chinese consumers are smart, just a way for them to attract more investment." Chinese media once reported that many Chinese people prefer buying houses in America and other countries. They said it was because the house prices are lower than those in China. It was also mentioned that houses in China have a limit on how long they can be owned. If China wants to bring this money back to the country, they'll need the other safe investment choices besides just real estate. Rich investors in China already have real estate in the country and need other places to put their money because of inflation.